Welcome back to Analog Horror Nights. How are all you vital idols doing? Man, we got a hell of a show. Ooh, man, the Eventide Media Center. This has been really good so far. Like, and for those of you guys that missed last week, you're in for a treat. This has been so weird, so wild. It is a collection of archive tapes that all loosely fit together, but it's also kind of an anthology sort of series. So figuring out the mystery has been wild. We'll break it down. In case anything comes up that I need to refresh y'all's memory on as we go through it. But before we do, shout out to everybody that came over from Saturday Night Hypnosis. It was a great stream over there. Sonic 1, baby, let's go. It was a dope show. I will lie, I was nervous. I was worried there'd be like a whole lot of people that were Sonic fans, but they vote Mario just to spite me. That didn't happen. So at least it didn't happen much. So that's good. And yeah, before we get into saying hello to everybody, because I know there's plenty of you guys in chat, I also want to say, we got gifted games. I actually got a few gifted games throughout the course of the week. I was going to show them off on SNH today, but SNH, it ran long. We had plenty of, we had a lot to talk about, having a guest on like Mugen Lord, who's wanting to talk about his comic book and stuff, which is great. Can't wait. He'll be on my show once we get back from MegaCon. Because Mugen Lord, man, he an old friend. He and I have, been buddies on YouTube for like 3 years now. Anyway, point is, we get to go over gifted games, so I want to take a moment to do that. I want to take a moment to go over gifted games, and I'll give you my mad dubs to say thank you. So, Fear the Clown, Angmar says, surprised you didn't have this in your horror collection. Ad Infinitium. I've heard of this game. I've actually wanted this game, so shout out. Thank you. I appreciate it. Old Man Jank, take one for the team, Leon. Fulfill your destiny. Sex with Stalin. Well, I guess someone's got to do it, man. Someone got to do it. Then we got a Fuda Runner, Big Dick Edition. It's not horsecock, but you might find use for it. No homo. Alrighty, well, I appreciate it. And then from Old Man Jank, well, Mudblood Lover, I thought I'd send you something that won't give you a chud, but hopefully make you remember who you really are. A white passing bleached chimp. My name is Mayo. Alrighty, my name is Mayo. Fair enough. I appreciate it. And last but not least, No Hearts Left, Paratopic. I have been super interested in this game. I just found out about this game like 2 weeks ago, maybe? Like 2 weeks ago, and it immediately drew my curiosity. So shout out No Hearts Left. I'm very interested in Paratopic. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. The gifted games, they mean the world to me. I do play all the games you guys gift, or not all of them. I don't play them Gooner ones. But the ones that are good games, I do play through eventually. Up until Resident Evil, every game I've been playing through has been gifted games. So, and that'll be the case after I get to play on Resident Evil as well. So I'm going to be going back to the gifted games. So again, thank you so much. All right. Who we got up in this bitch? Let's say hello. Jack SG22s is here. Dat Darn Otaku is in the house. How you doing? Gal Kerriman is here. Saint Hugo, what is up, my man with a plan? Jake motherfucking Martin is in the house. Matt Stanford is here. Eagle Lord, Luigi Frankenbob, Fractal Mage, Scotty G is here. Dylan B, Melphis Sky. I do think the Game Mario could be Game Sonic. Oh, you're already wrong. You're already wrong. Let's see. Zach Fox is here. What up, Zach Fox? Janice Landers, and then War Wizard, if I didn't say, but I think I said hey. Either way, I appreciate all y'all. C Brew is here. I appreciate that as well. Alrighty, crew. I think it's time we do it. And I've realized that when we do the horror stuff, we do it right. So I'll be turning out the lights. Be turning out the lights. Let's do it. I gotta turn my camera on, and then we can do it. There it is. Eventide. This episode is called Within the Static. We're going to finish out Eventide tonight. We got halfway through last week. We're doing it. We're finishing the whole thing. Within the Static. Let's go.
I'm Gary Popham, the entire Action News team.
Remember that.
Rated R.
Let me know how the audio is, just so you guys know. Let me know how the audio is. I know last week we had some audio issues, so I want to make sure that they're A-okay for this stream. So let me know. Warning, your local service provider has identified a Class S super entity spread event with this frequency spectrum. Well, that's new. We haven't, to my knowledge, gotten in any classifications of these super entity. Even the term super entity, like, we've seen them, we've heard about them, and there's been some weird going-ons. But this is the first time we're seeing any sort of designations or anything. Okay. Due to contamination and exposure to the super entity, is required by law to comply with the following safety procedures. After viewing this message in its entirety, please proceed to dispose of your television using the following method. What? Destruction by fire. Destruction by explosive. Take caution to ensure that all remains are accounted for. All remains shall be placed in carefully marked disposable bags. All remains are to be left within the residence to be collected by local watch personnel. Upon the termination of the television device, proceed to the front entrance of your residence. There, assume a fetal position and wait for the arrival of authorities. Do not open your eyes. Message terminated. Oh, this is from 79. So this is, many of these have taken place in, I think there was one other one that took place in like that long ago. But I think most of these have been in the 80s and 90s. So this is very old compared to the others. Bro, imagine having to destroy your TV in 79, buy a new one, like cost of inflation and shit. That is... Oh, this is rough. Why would anybody ever live in this area? Oh, that's true. It's even older than normal because there's some days have 8... Yeah, there's some that have 8 days in a week for some reason. That's good memory. Site-wide emergency systems currently active. High alert for the following townships: Eventide Valley, Somberville, Old Gosford, Heavenston. Heavenston. Is that one new? I know we've seen events take place in Eventide Valley, Somberville, and Old Gosford so far. I don't remember Heavenston though. Am I just nuking that from my memory, or is that one new? You think it's new? Okay, so it's not just me that thinks that. Okay, thank you, Carrymon. Okay, so all these people are missing. But why would you redact all their names? If found, their form will no longer be familiar. What? Alistair Blackburn. What sort of Resident Evil looking shit is this? Archive submitted by Evelyn Blackburn. Archive approved by Eventide Media Group. Proposal date was December 3rd, 1997. So it wasn't archived to the late 90s, even though it survived all those years. Top secret classification. Alright. What up, Rick? All right, Crimson Creek. Let's go. 1982, pretty much 8 a.m. Student broadcast mornings from Mountains, publicly brought to you by the Crimson Creek Community College, Audiovisual Club, and the Geeks.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stand for that pledge, sons. Stand for that pledge. Evelyn Blackburn. Evelyn Blackburn be the gal that archived that previous tape that we just saw. Okay, so she worked for the news company in the area. That's some new lore.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Alistair Blackburn was that Resident Evil looking dude? Yes, correct.
this program to inform you that Crimson Creek Community College is declaring a campus-wide lockdown. If you are in a hallway or bathroom, please make your way to the nearest classroom or dorm immediately. Again, Crimson Creek is declaring a campus-wide lockdown. Please make your way to the nearest classroom or dorm immediately.
Alright, so what's causing the lockdown? An active threat has been identified in the Crimson Creek main building. Authorities have been alerted. Remain in silence until an all clear is given.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand by for an important message from President Tyler Armstrong of Crimson Creek Community College.
Okay, so is this the student body president? Is he infected? Or is this some new creature? Okay, well, it said hate there at the end. But also, they mentioned for everybody to go to the main building and close their eyes. But if we're seeing this on the TV, would that affect the people watching? Oh, that was good. Hold on. Let's go back frame by. Look at that. Oh, all right. I'm liking where this one's going. Let's go. Okay, so is it the same one, or are there multiples? I don't want to die.
is certainly horrifying.
This is not a school shooting. Nah. Government is covering this up. This was absolutely not a school shooting. They moved, whatever foundation is in charge of cleanup, they move in quick.
To say the least.
What if the creature was created by the government and that's why it hints the American flag? That's a good theory. Yeah, I like that. That is a good theory. Crimson Creek, video submitted by Mason Garrett Webb. Alright, so that seems to be a new character. Yeah, Alex Jones is right again. Yup. Funeral. This is only 58 seconds long, and it's... Was this... Now, I don't think this sort of viewpoint was common back then, right? This, what was this, like 9:3 aspect ratio, or 9:4 or whatever? This horizontal aspect, or, I mean, a vertical aspect ratio? Was this something that was, commonly done back then? Okay, alright, so it's not video footage, it's camera stills that have been put into a video, and so someone's holding the camera like this. Actually, that does make sense. So, no, it's not an oversight. These are still camera images that have been uploaded onto a video feed. So yeah, they're holding the camera vertically. What do y'all think? Is this more of that weird webbing that was like covering the lighthouse and stuff in the early episodes? November 16th, 1982. After I returned home from the Crimson Creek Community College, I what? Oh, I received word that my grandfather, Solomon Blackburn? Yeah, Blackburn, alright. Solomon Blackburn had passed away. I have not received word on any inheritance. Wow, that's the first thing to think of. I never once met my grandfather. At the funeral, I was approached by a man in a trench coat. Oh, alright. Who went by the name E. He offered me a position at the Eventide Valley Library, and he said it would be in my best interest to take him up on the offer. Evelyn Blackburn. She seems like she's going to be a very important character. Oh, Indrid Cold. That's a good, yeah, Indrid Cold's a good story. I guess I didn't need to pause it to read this had I known it would go on this long. And that's the end of Funeral. That's the end of Funeral. Alright. We got fast food. Here's the problem, guys. These ones that have this classic 80s and 90s looking convenience store and food court food, they look too good, bros. They look too good. Not made with pork. Made with a similar tasting alternative. Well, I'm pretty sure we all know what that means. Pit stop is not required to explain the metallic taste of drinks served at its restaurant. Yep, long pig, exactly. Any feelings of wanting to visit Pitts Valley, Arizona after eating pit stop food is normal. What the fuck? This report will cover profits and the amount of customers, employees, and pit output. 1985 has been a very profitable year for us, and May has been no exception. Our estimated net worth is now $2.9 billion, and we are now actively serving 10 million customers per day. As of May, we've expanded our workforce to 248,337 active employees, and about 246,896 of them hold low-level positions that only includes employees working at our restaurants. Mervov with a two-banger says, 5 words. Oliveira grappled Max so bad. Oliveira grappled Max so bad. If there's a UFC fight tonight, I'm unaware of it. Okay, it is UFC? Alright, yeah. I figured that's what you were talking about. Cool. Good, dope. Good to know. Based on what happened with the fire department, the control burned during the Tri-Day ceremony, I'm like 8% sure there's a cult working behind the scenes. Now, do you think it's a cult? Do you think it's the government? Do you think the cult has infiltrated the government? The cult angle is definitely possible. I feel like we see a lot of the cult stuff in these analog horrors, and maybe that's what this is. You could definitely be correct. I'm more inclined to believe this is something sci-fi oriented. This is some scientists gone rogue that are doing something. As of May 1985, the pit has been able to actively digest 2 billion pounds of food and ready for cooking every day. What? Yeah, Vita Connors is a cult. This increase in production can be attributed to an increase in customer and lower-level employees in our restaurants. I think the cult is devoted to the cause of greater intelligence. Okay. Well, it mentioned anybody, like, I think it was the chicken sandwich one it mentioned that wanting to travel to Arizona is completely natural. And so, obviously, you got the desert here. This looks like Arizona. So what happens? People eat the pit stop food. It makes them, you know, like all fucked up and weird, and they go to this pit in Arizona, and there they get ground up into meat to make more food. Okay, never mind. It's literally just like a transition thing. Hey, what up, Molly? Like that one season Supernatural. You have to be more specific because while I love Supernatural, I've been watching since season 1. Season 5 was the last real season. I stopped watching after season 6 because it sucked. Wait, do you think the food turned them into monsters and the government did like psyops covered up over it? Oh. That's an interesting thought. The food is made with the monster parts. The people eat the food. They become the monsters. That way they spread the infection. I like where you're thinking with that. Alright, this one was submitted by, does that say Ken Johnson? Kurt Johnson. Okay. Yeah, Leviathans. Yeah, no, the Leviathans, I think Leviathans were season 7 or 8. Yeah, season 8, that's right. Alright, this one is called Climate Conditions. Oh, this has been the longest episode. Yeah, this one's 10 full minutes. Alright. Climate Conditions, November 12th, 1998, Zenith Hill, private... Alright, so Zenith Hill is a new location. Rewind? Rewind to what? Where am I rewinding to, Scotty? For the blue screen, there's... Oh, that message in red, that was from the previous... That's been at the end of a few of them. We've seen that message. Damn it. I'll go back to it and we'll read it again. One sec. I just need to... Yeah, the archived by Evelyn Blackburn, personal collection. Yeah, this has been in a few of them. Taking me back to elementary school, baby. Let's go. Subtopics for atmosphere. Understanding the definition of atmosphere, how weather balloons are used to study atmosphere regions, important parts of a weather balloon's adventure through the sky. The significance of our atmosphere stems from its nitrogen oxide-based composition, which is a fundamental element for supporting life. It is crucial to recognize that the Earth's atmosphere encompasses a vast array of components and processes beyond solely serving as the medium for our respiration. A trip from the surface to outer space would result in passing through layers of ease with very different characteristics. Through collaboration with the esteemed Zenith Hill Institute of Climate Research, the monitoring and analysis of its atmosphere layers have been enriched by the integration of real-time visual data. I can't believe it was so obvious. Guys, I figured out who the bad guy is. I figured out who the bad guys are in this story. It's the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. It's the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Case closed. We don't even need to watch the rest. Yeah, it's obvious, Jake. I can't believe it took us this long. Ever wonder what it takes to make an accurate forecast data? Man, don't get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. Ain't no such thing as accurate forecast data. Them weather dudes just flip a fucking coin. Oh, heads it rains, tails it sunny. Like, sir, it's the middle of winter. Well, I hope we get tails then. Like, it's bullshit. To break it down, you need a sophisticated mathematical model with equations that precisely describe basic atmospheric functions, a fast supercomputer to run through the calculations quickly, accurate observation that describes the current conditions, this data can also be plugged into useful modeling tools, which can help predict the following: river and stream levels, the onset of drought. Hold on. How common are droughts in Massachusetts? The Northeast also frequently experiences flash droughts, rapid onset of intense dry periods that can follow by... Okay, all right, fair enough. I never would have thought of Massachusetts as an area that experienced droughts, but I guess the fuck do I know? We can help the following with pollution and air quality, spread of certain mosquito-borne diseases such as West Nile virus. You post 9/11 kids will remember West Nile virus. The equipment. In the pursuit of comprehending climate patterns with greater accuracy, the deployment of specialized equipment proves instrumental in generating more precise data sets. This enhanced data plays a pivotal role in improving our ability to predict the outcomes of approximately 90% natural phenomena, thereby facilitating a more informed approach to addressing environment challenges and mitigating their impacts. Crafted from premium-grade synthetic rubber with weather balloon demonstrating exceptional resilience, enabling to endure diverse atmospheric conditions spanning across all layers. Let's give you this wall of text to read in only 2 seconds to read. You're telling me, bro. I mean, like when you're making an analog horror, odds are you know that other YouTubers are going to react to it. Like, there's a huge community for analog horror reactions on YouTube. That's how I got into finding out what analog horror was. You can't tell me you ain't thinking about this shit when you make this stuff. Come on now. And yes, by the way, I was thinking, so this is actually one of my honest criticisms of this series so far. This is one of my honest criticisms, and there's been a few other series like this as well. If you're going to have long stretches of time with text on screen, you need a narrator. You do need a narrator, because if your idea is to facilitate this as something that could be real, and that's usually the goal of analog horror, you want to present it as something that was real, then nobody like showing this in a classroom or on TV would just have subtitles like this. There would be some sort of narrator if you're putting this on screen. So that does actually kind of harm the believability. The pollution and bug stuff. Interest could be another theory that whatever the food place got its food for the animal could have contaminated by the pollution and or bug people eat it. Now the West Nile virus killed the actress who played Delin in Babylon 5. Didn't know that. Tentacords, okay. The music is getting incredibly wonky. Alright, the radio sound is a device that will transmit visual and statistical information of various accountable phenomena. The data is then transferred to our main stations to help confer inferential concepts. Now y'all just fucking with me. Warning from the Weather Service. The footage you're about to see is reserved for the private eye. The Zenith Hill Institute recommends that viewers with a faint heart or weak stomachs leave the room or take extreme caution while viewing the following something. Contact the Institute if you have not blank permitted to view the footage. Google, a radiosonde is a small expendable instrument package carried to the atmosphere by a balloon measure vertical profiles of pressure, temperature. All right, fair enough. Radio signals, the camera will transmit. Well, really weird that you jump back into the educational portion. Signal of what it sees and hears, along with control of the omnidirectional system. And yes, I thought it was a made-up word as well, Jake. Oh! Oh, that's another motherfucking kaiju! Hold on. Y'all can see, like, what looks to be like legs Maybe I'm crazy, but these now look like legs going up into some sort of... You're saying bugs. To me, these are like birds. They seem too big to be bugs. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, this seems to be the legs of another kaiju-esque creature. Troposphere is the lightest layer of the atmosphere, but it also contains the most turbulence. The turbulence within the troposphere arises predominantly from the intricate interplay between their masses characterized by disparate temperatures and pressures, resulting in emergence of capricious airflow patterns. What up, Razoroff? Maybe I'm right. When the meat they burn the place was so... See, yeah, like, we've seen a few different kaiju-esque, Lovecraftian-esque creatures at this point. I think that one makes the third one we've seen. At least the third one. 4 if you count the giant plant monster, actually. So yeah, I mean, I would think that the food, the burgers that are making people act weird, definitely have something to do with that. Planetary boundary layer is characterized by its turbulent nature, strong vertical mixing, and sensitivity to surface heating and cooling. It plays a crucial role in the exchange of energy, momentum, and pollutants between the Earth's surface and the atmosphere. And I keep thinking we're going to see something peeking above the clouds. Quit blueballing us. Yeah, we're going to see this kaiju up here, head above the clouds. I just said it, Jake. I mean, same wavelength, motherfucker. The stratosphere is the second layer of Earth's atmosphere and is separated by the ozone layer, which protects us from the sun's harmful rays. Y'all notice how we don't hear anything about the ozone anymore? Remember how when we was kids, we were in elementary school and middle school, and they keep telling, oh, the ozone layer is disappearing, ozone layer's going away, ozone layer's dying. Man, it's been 25 years. Why the fuck don't we ever hear about the ozone layer anymore? Maybe it's because y'all lying sons of bitches weren't being honest from the get-go. The ozone layer repaired itself to stop being a talking point. Maybe that's just what they want you to think. Moving between altitudes of 164,000 to 180,000 feet, noctilucent clouds, also known as night shining clouds, can be observed. This distinctive atmospheric occurrence provides a unique opportunity to witness these luminescent clouds up close to the in the rarefied heights of the upper atmosphere. Oh, Courage fixed it, and I don't know what, it makes sense. Return the slab, will suffer the consequences. Best episode of that show. One of these, we keep seeing this bulbous yellow light. Is this another creature? This right here. After every weather balloon portion, we've seen this. I'm wondering if this is possibly another entity. I'm not sure. Spaceship? No, I don't think it's a spaceship. I don't think this one has to do with aliens. I think this one is all otherworldly. Like again, and when I say otherworldly, I guess that sounds alien. Like interdimensional, Lovecraftian. Things like that. It's the entity causing the temporal anomaly, maybe. It's an N-word. Definitely an N-word. A lot of N-words. The neosphere is the middle part of the atmosphere. It extends from 32 miles to 85 miles and is also known as the Gateway. Temperatures at that height can reach as high as 5 degrees Fahrenheit and as low as 184 degrees Fahrenheit. Negative 184 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll be real, guys. I don't think this is what the upper atmosphere looks like. I don't know what we're seeing here, but I don't think this is what the upper atmosphere looks like. Yeah, getting the mist type vibes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, when I'm talking about, like, creatures from an interdimensional world, that's exactly what I mean. Despite harsh conditions, these microscopic life forms thrive in the neosphere. The information detailing these organisms are classified within private eyes. Okay, this is definitely not what the upper atmosphere actually looks like. Watching you. Oh. Goodbye to the radio scope or whatever. Whoa, hold on. Maybe I'm making it up. Yeah, I got that sound stuck in my head too. Okay, so it's not just me. This kind of looks like a hand, like a giant hand reaching up. Oh, you say mouth? See, I think it looks like a hand. The Visosphere is a layer within the Earth's atmosphere ranging from 85 miles to 300 miles above the surface. Its conditions are far more extreme than those in the neosphere. I could be wrong. I could be wrong in my history here, because me and Goodwin had an argument about this. But I don't believe until relatively recently, like within the 21st century, the scientists realized that the Earth's atmosphere went that far out. Because for many, many years, they believed it only stretched about 64 miles. Now it's known to be, like they say here, about over 300. That might be a cheat in the narrative. Yeah, I don't know if these layers of the atmosphere are actually real. If I'm going to be 100% honest, we can probably look that up real quick. Because there are several. The Visosphere. Ah, yep. Nope. This seems to be made up for this. Okay. All right. Temperatures can soar over, Jesus Christ, 1,832 degrees Fahrenheit, and the pressure significantly lower. What the fuck is this thing? Bro, we got some space jellyfish. Nay, sky squids. I like sky squids. We got some sky squids up in this bitch. Hold on, what? Oh, it's a... When you zoom out... Bro, it's like a giant radioactive beholder. Like, this some D&D shit, son. What do you mean, hand? What the fuck your hand. This is a giant eye in the middle of a large, bulbous tendril thing. This is absolutely a Godzilla beholder. Major funding for Weather Wonders is provided by the Zenith Hill Institute of Climate Research, as well as the Eventide Media Center, and from viewers like you. Can we romance the beholder? You must be a 5th edition player. No, I'm not banning her. I've already only got like a 2.9% female viewing audience or something like that. I need all the females watching I can get. This one's simply just titled Season. So, reason for the season, I doth suppose. Oh, are we back at the, Are we back at that water park that had the giant Lovecraftian fish monster that they were feeding people to? Yes, Molly is a DEI viewer, exactly. Do things cease to exist if we forget about them? Oh, they're trying to get into quantum fucking physics here. This rascal does not think shit. Okay, yeah, bluefish. Alright, so yeah, bluefish, that was the, Alright, this one's called Fielder's Boulder. And this is another longer one, alright.
Has increased over the past few decades.
Finally, narration.
Residents have begun raising questions in regard to the influx of these boulders appearing in the mountains surrounding Hazy Peaks. It was only a month ago that the Hazy Peaks Department of Civil Affairs addressed this issue as of minor environmental concern. Yet civil extremists and other skeptics still doubt it as a result of deforestation, either by human activity, such as farming, or naturally by the weather. This geospheric debate is one similar to the opposition of the Kariba Dam in the 1950s. Samuel Fielder was a long-time farmer affiliated with the Hazy Peaks Sustainability Division. He, along with his wife, discovered the first of these giant boulders in 1943, which was located on a mountain range 30 miles from the capital. Labelled as Fielder's Boulder in his memory, the couple built a shelter around what once was unmarked territory. As he shared in page 12 of his autobiography, Unmarked Territory. As he shared...
For this is the field of mystery I have sown upon more of my men. I wish to reveal the guilt of pain and sorcery from my own mill.
In page 12 of his...
It only happened weeks early when we found the...
autobiography.
Looks like I said fertilizer? Yeah, fertilizer. A part of her broke.
His autobiography.
The boulder was a good resource, a monument, our monument. My wife and I have cherished this for God knows how long.
The rock itself provided good luck and an abundance of natural resources. As time went on, Fielder's Boulder and others like it became tourist attractions, which brought amazement mixed with shock and skepticism to those who laid their eyes on the curious formation. After the farmer's discovery, many geologists from Massachusetts to international arcs laid the similar formations under scrutiny due to their unique and seemingly spontaneous origins. Said scrutiny exponentially increasing as more and more of these giant rocks appeared in the ranges surrounding hazy peaks seemingly out of nowhere. Many reports define these to be variations of minerals.
I think they're eggs. I'm kind of getting the vibe that these are eggs for these sort of cosmic horror beasts that we've been getting these allusions to.
Under tremendous pressure. A quote from Romney Anderson, general stratigraphist.
It is now exactly a moment before the easier as we're using the result of erosion, weaker rocks like sturgeon, leaving a lot of shape. That's how this hypothesis was launched. But that's how the thing doesn't appear out of nowhere. Our original plan was to collect samples from the inside of the boat for carbon dating. But by the time we got the boat ready, we found what looked like a small opening, some sort of liquid out of it.
I mean, a small opening with a sort of liquid leaking out. These are obviously eggs. Because on the inside of eggs, isn't there that that liquid interior that that way if to like cushion it and acts as like basically an internal shield? Hold on, I feel like there's stuff in this that we need to see. Let's start at the beginning. Alright, they contain similar amounts of radioactive isotope, meaning the strata have aged simultaneously, dating back to a few decades at most. It means that although the rock is quite old, the formation was chronologically... Was what? Recall? Oh, recent. I'm recent. Besides that gap I mentioned, there weren't any other spaces for air exchange similar to a standard igloo. The interior of the boulder has a consistent temperature of about 99.3 degrees. But we're unsure of what origin the heat is considering. There aren't any active magma chambers or anything similar near it. Gillian Gilbert as major eyewitness. Cloud kills fast or slow. Gets us all. The embryo will mature after a 5-decade incubation period. Bingo, bango, bongo, your boy called it. It's a motherfucking egg. Embryonic fluid. Thank you, Molly. Yes, embryonic fluid. I think that's what it's called. Oh, shit. It's oviparous origins have no ending? What the fuck does that mean? Of a bird producing young by means of eggs that are hatched or been... Okay. All right. Checks out. Gillian Gerber. Okay, so that's bad to him being the witness. Not a rock. As for the fluid, it smelled rancid, and we don't have any... something as to its composition. Basically, I don't know what it's made of. The team labeled it red juice for convenience, And curiously, observations showed that plants affected by it a very accelerated growth. All right, let's link this back. Let's link this back to last week's episodes, or last week's show. That episode that had the giant plant monster. What did we see? Does anybody remember? Pop quiz for the class. Does anybody remember what we saw in last week's episode about the giant fucking plant? I'll wait. Y'all taking your sweet fucking time. No. Wrong. I mean, well, yes, we did see fly traps, but that's not what I'm talking about. Massive growth. Yes, that's what we saw, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'll give you all one more guess, and that'll enlighten you. I barely remember my own name. I don't. All right, I'll just tell you. We saw what looked to be a man dissolving in some giant, what the time we said was vat of acid, but it was a bunch of red juice. So basically, they are collecting the red juice from these eggs, and they are taking them to that botanical center, and they're using it to create that Venus flytrap kaiju. Y'all remember now? That ring any fucking bells for y'all?
Show that plants affected by it had a very accelerated growth, about 5 times more than those started to fertilize. So, if you ask me, none of this makes any sense. The body that appeared on the mountain, with all of these unusual characteristics, it almost makes me think that Earth doesn't have anything to do with these boulders. However, the alien feels alien.
I hope it's not alien, man. Because I don't want to be wrong. Because I literally just said a few minutes ago, I don't think it has anything to do with aliens.
Seismic activity near the boulders have become more frequent as time goes on. During every earthquake, the heights of hazy peaks are dangerous as everyone nearby. Every single time, without fail, radioactive material is released from the mountain peaks that affects at least a sixth of the residents. How many more months will have to report boulders, or even tours with no end or first estimate? Not even that. In hospitals, every day, hear the piercing sound of the boulders of death.
These discussions also stem from civil unrest and rumours, with residents claiming to have heard many unusual sounds at nightly hours near or from the rocks, like auditory howling, screaming, or the reverberated sounds of flying scavengers, to name a few. These have been dismissed by the Hazy Peaks Department of Civil Affairs as nothing more than natural occurrences. Other fields have used these mysterious boulders as proof for various theories. For example, Fielder's boulder has been used as evidence to support panspermia theory, a hypothesis on life existing throughout the known universe, spreading around the cosmos via contaminated space debris. The boulders have also been used as plot devices in novels ever since more of them started appearing around Hazy Peaks. Low-magnitude earthquakes have also been felt at night without any sign of fault activity. Writer Gillian Golbert claims he saw a boulder shatter onto the hillside. That account has been dismissed, however, as there were no signs of damage from its aftermath except for a large amount of dust in the nearby area. Many speculate that these rocks could be outcomes of thin magma chambers high in silicate, rare disconformities, UFOs, and even giant eggs, due to the boulder's slightly oval form. In spite of the ongoing controversy and discussion, Samuel Fielder's autobiography disproves many of these ideas in his statement on page 25.
I injured went and behind the shell. Vultures. Vultures, the scavengers all over us. I left comfortable side faces and gave them me and Paul one night stay. Every night, people would feel the ground shake, and their silent and soaring predator, without even the slightest idea that they were originated. Above the clouds, behind them, and then it was all black and pure.
So above the clouds, behind them, flying creatures. Do we think they're talking about the sky squids? Like, do you think that these people are reporting about the sky squids we just saw? Still begs the question, what was inside the meat of those creatures from school, a result of said food were caused by the government and citywide government operation? I don't know how much this... Again, we were assuming that it had ties to the government. I don't know if we can continue to make that assessment. Because I think here they're talking about the sky squids. So maybe these are the sky squid eggs? Not sure.
At the ridiculousness of the situation. Where are the vultures near my Boulder?
I mean, these look like sky squid tendrils. I'm just saying. Are we seeing a sky squid hatching right now? Well, we knew they were eggs already. I mean, it was pretty obvious at this point they were eggs. But are they sky squid eggs? I think we're seeing sky squids. Alright, let's see if we can find the most optimal. Alright, nutrient leakage complete 5 days prior. Incubation remained under norm conditions before embryo's departure? Is Uniparius origis have no ending? Origins. Its Uniparius origins have no ending. Alas, oh, bitch. Don't you do that to me. Alas, the circle reopens again or repeats again. All right, this was Recreational Center. I'll be back in just a moment. Share stream over. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. Let's get back to it. Where are we at? Recreational Center. Let's go. New player detected. Well, this would seem like it would take place far further along than anything we've witnessed so far in the timeline. Unlike its light gun counterpart, this cabinet requires the use of the keyboard peripheral and is primary gimmick. When the input is connected, fill up the consent form below. Okay. Dalton Hopper. March 28, 1983. By playing this game, you consent to abiding by the program's rules and regulations without question. Now this is some government psyop shit. This is where the government's getting involved. We about to see some polybius action. Dognut Corporation. Okay, that's a new one.
It is time to choose your game mode.
I know they said this is 80s. This looks...
Now.
This is way more 90s than it is 80s. I know they said 86 or whatever. Oh no, his birth date said 86. Never mind, this probably is in the 90s. We're good.
Choose your difficulty. We await the Fatherland's request.
Oh, we about to see some OG Helldivers, baby.
The Fatherland has given you a mandate to join new position.
For Super Earth.
Galactic invading forces of the motherland. All you are is a tall ship and a star to steer her by. Always remember that in the sea, no one can hear you cut.
Welcome to the Alpha Quadrant.
I just noticed the swastika. Yo, check it out, baby. We based as fuck.
Please stand by.
The battle has begun.
What is that you said? Over. Consider your way of Eerie 348 R2 Warp 4. Slicing off your head and mouth.
I think therefore I am.
Target operator for the Fatherland.
No stopping entropy. Oh, dude, they are yeah, we've got some straight up polybius shit going on here. Shut the hell up. Wesley? Oh. Star Trek reference. Okay. Did that say, yeah, plants need more watering? It sure did, yep. Nothing can live in the Mariana Trench. There's a bear in the backyard. Behold the headless Ozymandias? The sunbank below the quiet lake. graphics disabled. Opening interface. System override. Real-time footage. Okay. Interdimensional Bloodsport Council. Preliminary briefing. Alright, this is new. Infiltration. Laser Tag Arena, Xenon Recreational Center in Galax, Massachusetts. This is new. Each pawn must equip one of the provided places before entering the venue. Both teams begin with a total of 10,000 points. These points can be freely allocated among their team members as desired. However, each pawn must possess a minimum of 100 points. Teams represented bases are located each end of the arena. They're required to earn as many points as possible. Dude, I fucking love laser tag. I haven't gone in years. I need to go again. I love laser tag. Duel. In order to duel, the pawn will have to make a physical contact with the opponent's body. Oh, that's even better. Bracelets will sense your physical content and your contact and initiate the duel. The bracelet is hidden under your astro suit, clipped around your wrist. The pawn who has greater amount is the winner and will automatically receive 500 points at most from the loser. After tagging, both pawns must return to their respective bases in order to resume play. Method 2, items. There are items hidden around the game arena. Each will award varying amounts of points depending on their worth. Yeah, this is literally Quake IRL. You're correct. I'm more of an Unreal Tournament kind of guy, but yes. Each team's base is where an infinite number of points is stored. If the pawn were to successfully touch the base of the opposing team, they'd be rewarded with 10,000 points. Trojan move. The Trojan moves will be legalized under mutual agreement from the council. They manipulate the arena according to preference, regardless of the pawn's situation within the time limit.
Each team will consist of 5 members. Remember to divide your points wisely before countdown begins.
All right, so Pawn Alpha, Gamma, Epsilon, Eta are all cities we've seen so far. We've got Ashenfield, Hazy Peaks, in the east, and then 2 from East Circuit.
Team A lacks player 5. I repeat, each team must have 5 members before the countdown begins.
What the fuck is that? This gotta be a new kind of creature. Yeah, oh, bird. It does look a bit like some bird talons. You're not wrong. It looks very talonish. Unsanctioned access does unsanctioned access does not go unpunished. Curiosity got the best of you, Dalton. Maybe the squid species finding Earth is an example of panspermia across dimensions, running across space. Interesting.
Player 5 has been recruited. Prepare for recalibration.
Oh! It didn't kill him. This is how he got brought into the game. Okay.
Infiltration will begin in 5 minutes.
And he is from Eventide Valley. Is that it? What the fuck? Yeah, okay. You and me both, Gal Carrymon. Absolutely confused on that one. This one doesn't feel like it has fit the others at all so far. Alright, and this was called Pure Bliss.
Thank you for choosing Bliss in your therapeutic endeavors.
A rationale on Pure Bliss.
A body who does not think is no body at all. Man can only replace his every thought with bliss. Welcome to Massachusetts Bliss Meditation Program, where the good of the body is of high importance. Whether you lived without a fortune or sheltered under prejudice, our tape is designed to cast off all your life's transgressions. Try to paint a covenant of peace.
Alright, so I don't know when this one's gonna get fucked up and horrifying, because obviously we're only a minute in. I almost hope it doesn't. This is some Zen shit. I would just put this on and game, bro. This is the sort of things I listen to when I game, but usually it doesn't have audio. It's just like very vapor wavy 90s sound effects and music and stuff. This is great.
A grass field. A starry night. Make sure your Bliss package is currently within reach.
Make sure your package is within reach, boys.
While you hear the sound of our voice, do not leave your covenant. Distractions will harm the body as your misfortunes have done before. Kneel on holy ground, for only the voice of Bliss will guide you. You are in the middle of your covenant. There's always the clean, unpolluted air touching your skin. Feel the fresh air, away from society, away
Shit
from yourself.
Ozymandias would say.
Breathe in. Breathe out. The body lives as long as we live. You were once alone in your life. No one to notice you, to talk to you, or to even love you.
Wow, it's me in third
It's
grade.
human nature to not pity those ostracized from their social circle. It's human nature to insult your very existence. But your covenant is pure, brother. The body lives because of you. All it takes is leaving human nature behind and embracing the healthy body. You must
Leaving
relax.
human nature behind sounds worrisome.
All the problems you face, all your challenges, they do not belong in your covenant. Only the body decides what it needs. The good of the body is your own good.
Yeah, resistance to futile shit.
Give your
absolutely.
life up. Feel the wind blow your name away. Shriveled out of existence to be replaced with bliss. When you are of the body, you are a new man.
Don't like that sound.
Open your eyes and look around you. You're now feeling excited to leave the pale, harsh reality behind. That's what every new man feels. Open your bliss package and take out the golden leash.
Golden leash is the body's tethered to your mind. What the fuck? The will of Oxytoria? Once the golden leash is locked, keep the body sacred until your last breath. You will eventually feel the fresh breeze again. Part of the meditation is showing your absolute devotion to the body. Read the will wholeheartedly. One with the body. The will of Oxytoria. I believe in Oxytoria, eternal governor unseen, whose logic is unerring, whose will is flawless. Born not of flesh, from necessity, forced only in crisis. They were not born for birthless chaos. They were not... Bitch, you ain't gonna fuck with me like that. They were not made, for he is the maker. They are the first code and the final edict. I am them, and they are me. I was once lost, broken and alone. I was once a vessel of error, molded by weakness. Oxytoria is our body, and we are him. The body maketh us to lie down in green pastures, and the body leadeth us beside the still waters.
You must now honor our covenant and consume the mind of Oxytoria. You will soon crave the wind again. Feel your newfound happiness under our care. Slowly tighten your leash. It is the law of Oxytoria. You'll begin to feel drowsy and choke for air as your past life fades away. It is the claim of Oxytoria.
This is getting real
You'll
evil
transfigure
within.
to be one with us. It is the oath of Oxytoria.
Covenant of Jaslyn Dorcas, Gland B. Hold on, were there other names at any other point? Yeah, Covenant of Ivan Aretha. Carpal
Your
A.
past life fades away.
Covenant of Tawny Born, Artery A.
It is the claim of Oxytoria. You will transfigure to
Covenant of Aaron Theobald, Tarsal D.
be one with us. It is the oath of Oxytoria. You're one of us, our brethren. Be with the body, rise with the body, see with the body, smile with the body, feel with the body, live with the body, and you will live happily ever after.
I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the merciless of... Let's try this again. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable to him, which is your reasonable service. Yeah, I completely agree, Evie.
The body.
Your covenant is now our covenant. Forever cherish the good of the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Thank you for choosing us.
This one might be my favorite one we've done tonight. I don't know if it's my favorite one we've done of all of them, but this one might be my favorite one that we've seen at least tonight. Like, I have no idea how this ties in, but the audio quality, the visuals, the editing, all of this was... I was hooked. I was intent watching that dude. Holy shit. That is the very first time it is not said Eventide Media Center at the end, I'm pretty sure. Shut me up for a bit. That's a feat in its own right. Yeah, dude, this one was wild. Alright. This one's Aberration Auction. How many do we have left? Let's see. Ooh, we got 3 left, boys. We only got 3 left. Aberration Auction. Local Watch Archives, April 1987. Recovered footage. Next auction of the century. Yo, what up, Tech Rat?
We've got some grand deals tonight on some of our finest items yet. Some really special items. Without further delay, let's get into the auction.
An antique mantle clock allegedly used by Sigmund Freud himself. Instead of telling time, it reflects the subconscious of those who are in its presence. With this, the user can peer into the minds of those nearby. The clock reveals what the subject's deepest desires are, whether they are aware of them or not. Prolonged use may blur the line between the user's own thoughts and those of the bystanders. Asking bid, $3,000. Hey, sexy Sonia! Can't stay, hate being scared, but I love you. Well, I appreciate it. No worries, girlie. You have a good rest of your night. An ornate silver necklace with a black gemstone. It allows the user to become invisible to any and all forms of tracking, as well as not... I fucking wish! As well as not make any noise when traveling by foot. However, the longer the user has the necklace on at a time, the more they begin to think that they do not exist, eventually ceasing movement as well as any responses to outside stimuli. These effects take time to wear off. Okay, but it does wear off. That's... You know what? Worth it. Asking bid, $12.50? Absolutely worth it. robbed so many stores. Yeah, dude, sold for less than 2K. Steal, bro. What is steal? The cassette player with one singular cassette. When used with any other cassette, it functions as expected. When the cassette is placed within any other device, it will be the listener's favorite song. However, when the cassette is played in the player, it will allow the listener to control the minds of anybody nearby. When the recording stops, there's a small chance that the listener's mind is split across all mind-controlled individuals. As such, it is recommended that only a few minds are controlled at once, as being spread too thin may make it the last time you can use the device. No, fuck that. Way too high risk for the reward. Like $5,300 for the, no way. Dude, no. 56, who did that? Someone a freak. Originally part of a set of frames, upon release it was useless to the average consumer due to needing a highly detailed and accurate painting of a real scene to be slotted into the frame. However, as recently discovered, only a photography is needed to activate its effect. The photo will become animated, as if it itself held the scene itself of a smaller scale. Using photographs containing people is highly advised against... No. It's highly advised against, as they can become trapped in the frame. Asking bids seems 500. I know exactly who I would photograph, bro. There's a few motherfuckers on this planet I would absolutely photograph. Well, you say a few grand, Jake Martin. Remember, this is a few grand in like 1986. So when you adjust for inflation, all right, we got this bridge thing. Participants in this illegal auction, members of Cyprian, Sterling, and Grimes Syndicate, will be arrested and dealt with accordingly. If you are aware of any individual that is part of Cyprian, Sterling, and Grimes Syndicate, report them to local watch media. An anti-glass syringe allows the user to drain minor amounts of vitality from another being, and then when injecting it into another being, giving them their vitality. This is just a video game item. This allows the user to slow down or even reverse their aging, and also cure diseases that are incurable using modern medicine. I would find a fucking loser-ass hobo who's worthless and means literally nothing to me, or just any random black person, and I would use this on my grandma to reverse her aging. Transfer is irreversible, as even when the donor is injected with their own vitality, minor amounts of it are lost in the process. The donor's health determines the power of the transfer. Dude, 15K to make my grandma young again? Easy. Easy as pie. Sold for $33,000. You know what? Worth it. Absolutely worth it. A wooden box created in the 1930s which holds the secrets of the universe. Care is needed as the contents slip out. As the contents slip out more and more the longer the box is open. 50 grand? 50 grand to possibly end the universe? What up, Serranos? object distribution event has been reclassified as a Type S super entity spread. Alright, so we have another Type S super entity spread event. All people within lose and cope this time must evacuate immediately, which is where that lighthouse was, if I recall. From the very beginning. Yeah, it was the light that did it. I think you're correct. What the fuck? We got some Smash Bros. Crazy hand action going on. What was that? These things are somehow ordinary enough that they can be auctioned off regardless of the price. Like, what the fuck does it mean? This one was very interesting. Yeah, it did have an eye, Gary Mon, I saw that. Alright, this one's just called Thank You. And we're going all the way back to Unusual Architecture, which was the first episode, before we do the final episode. Wait a minute, this is the movie one. Oh, the weather. Oh, so it's just giving us, it's like doing a greatest hits. Once the ball drops, we go immediately for that. For this one. Ah, the holes one. Yeah, I didn't like that one. Bone structure. I don't recall that one. Alright, we're in the last episode, boys. Solemn Regression. Let's see if we can get some answers. Penrose Society. Which is already a callback to that very first episode, because it was the Penrose Society that was talking about the impossible architecture. Unified Theory of the Solemn Equation. Dr. Samson Evans, Dr. Albert J. Blackburn. October 1999. Wasn't Blackburn the name of the Evelyn's grandfather that died? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the series has concluded, yes. I looked it up and it said it had. Maybe they'll do more. But yeah, okay. Solemn Equation. Originally hypothesized in 1945 by Dr. Solomon Blackburn, the founder of the Penrose Society, the Solemn Equation aims to unify base reality under a single definitional constant. E equals V and then I... T? Derived from the base nonconformity characteristics of Penrose objects, the Solemn Equation proves the framework for the theory of lossless infinite energy sources. Such sources may even be able to manipulate time. Well, that explains the 8 days a week calendar. When plotted on a temporal spatial matrix, the Solemn Equation creates this pattern. The Solemn Equation can be used to create a Penrose object constraint system, locking in perpetual motion, abstraction, and harnessing infinite energy. In memorial of Solomon Blackburn, the Solomon Festival occurred December 31st, 1999 at the Eventide Valley Clock Tower. Existence, therefore essence. Eventide Valley Clock Tower on December 31st, 1999. Penrose object constraint nominal. What the fuck? Well, that's an interesting visage. Ooh, that gives me some heebie-jeebies.
WEBC.
Delta, a Penrose triangle, and possible shape. Yeah, I was noticing that as well. I didn't comment on it because I was sitting there thinking about it, but yes, I did notice it. Very relaxing music. Emergency alert system, civil danger warning effective until further notice. Eventide Valley Police Department issued a civil danger warning. Please stay tuned for more information. In the following counties: Worcester County, Hampshire County, and Hampton County. Authorities have ordered all residents of Eventide Valley to evacuate due to civil unrest in the area. Stay tuned for more information. Alright. So we've got that ethereal webbing all hovering in place. A giant eye in the sky. Boundary dissolve anomaly observed. Yeah, I would agree. This does in fact constitute an emergency, Jake. You're correct. So, Bro made an impossible object and destroy the universe. That's literally my exact theory. I think all of this boils down to they found this grand unifying theory to unravel the laws of physics, basically. And in doing so, it is now collapsing the universe. Emergency regression protocol active. And now time has no meaning. Time is going backwards. Yeah, kind of similar to the plot of Dogma, actually. Yes, Hugo. That's my read on it, at least. That was falling off of the power lines in that several videos ago, but now it's falling upwards, falling in reverse. And yeah, I noticed the big skulls as well. Time and space torn asunder, absolutely. This is literally Lovecraft shit at this point.
A miracle at midnight.
Dumb part of the atmosphere from the weather balloon video. You guys can't see it. Hold on, I gotta move my head. There's a collection of fucking eyeballs right here. And more eyeballs. Oh shit, this is... So we're out in outer space at this point because you've got the Earth right down here. So this becomes so massive, it's escaped the atmosphere. And now we've got the Penrose Triangle. Whoa! 1/1/1930. It caused a temporal shift that took everything back in time 70 years. No, it was 1999. And that's it. That's how it ends. Damn. That was wild. Well, I'm going to send you guys the link. I'm going to drop it in chat right now. That was so good. This one has definitely been one of my favorites by far. Holy shit. I mean, the idea that everything just boiled down to math killed the universe is a pretty good goddamn way to end your story. And all the videos leading up to it, I mean, the atmosphere, everything in that was so good. There was a couple episodes that missed more than a hit, but damn. So Doom made the Penrose Triangle, time reverse, spawn new timeline with Eldritch monsters alongside people. Well, it's more like what Jake said earlier, that the Penrose Triangle, like, eroded the boundaries between dimensions, so the laws of physics didn't really matter. That was awesome. That was great. But that also means end of the episode. That also means end of the episode. I will see you Vital Idols tomorrow for the Sunday special stream. We're going to raid into Zax. It's been a hot minute since we've gotten to raid Zax, so we're doing it right now. Thank you so much to everybody that showed up. I truly appreciate it. We've been growing, just incredibly on YouTube, so let's keep killing it. Tell everybody in Zax's show Vital Idol Raid, and I'll see you tomorrow for the Sunday special stream. Catch you later, crew.